And one thing about tough times, they do not last long, but you got to learn from them. So don't forget to always stick to your vision. I hope this video helps y'all out with a couple of those entrepreneur terms that I was seeing people get confused about. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and come back to the channel. I missed y'all. So the first term that we're going to go over is the term entrepreneur. So an entrepreneur is someone who creates, organizes, and takes all the risk of starting a business venture. Becoming an entrepreneur was my favorite thing I ever did in life. I genuinely knew people could always start their own businesses, but I never knew how much work it took into it. You know, you just see them living in luxury, but y'all, this is the most I've ever worked in my life. And y'all talking to somebody who's had over like 50 jobs. I am not a worker bee. I never have been. But with that being said, entrepreneur, that is what the aim is. You can be an entrepreneur in many things. It's just someone who organizes, operates, and assumes all the risk of a business venture. The next term we're going to go over is passive income. So passive income is unearned income that you acquire automatically with minimum labor to earn or maintain. So this is when people say like, oh, I make money in my sleep. That is one of their passive income streams. This term brings me to my favorite question. What is the difference between being wealthy and being rich? So let me explain that to y'all. A lot of people don't know that there's actually a major difference. Wealth is defined as an abundance of financial assets or physical possessions that you can then convert and use them as for transactional purposes. The key difference between wealth and rich is wealth continues for generations. So your wealth will be passed down to your children, your children's children, and your children's children's children. And y'all get the drift. And that is the goal that we're all aiming for. Of course, we all want to be rich, but the goal is to be wealthy so that we do not have to put the people that come after us from our lineage through the same things we had to do to get to the place that we got to in this lifetime. So we're not going to be selfish in this life. The goal is to always become wealthy for your people, man. Got to do it for the fam. The term rich. So rich is defined as having a great deal of money or assets. I can't even say that without thinking about my grandma. Anytime I see the word great, my grandma be like, that's a great big old. Like, she can't just say like, oh, like if something was big, she'd be like, it's a great big old bowl. Like, that's a real big bowl. That's what it's supposed to mean. Shout out to my grandma. Of course, we all want to be rich. So once you hit rich, don't forget to invest that money into many things. As Miss Safe, when you become an entrepreneur, you really do have to be one of those people that are willing to take any type of risk to get to that financial reward that you're seeking. So when you hit rich, don't forget to invest so you can create wealth. And that's the difference. So the next term is take risks. So I know that one sounds pretty self-explanatory, but let me give you the sauce. So to take a risk is to make a choice when you're uncertain of the outcome. And you're going to definitely be doing that a lot as an entrepreneur. Don't forget to take that risk. We're all scared. You know, it's new to you. It's new to everybody when they first start. But if you don't get out there and get it done, you'll literally die with regret. And just remember, y'all, you got to take risks to get rich. Make sure every move that you make as an entrepreneur is always extremely calculated, but nobody ever got to riches by playing it safe. So the same rules apply for you, believe it or not. So make sure you're taking those calculated risks and genuinely believe in yourself. I know we all get overwhelmed and, you know, what makes me different, but you got to know within yourself, nobody can do this better than you can. And that applies to anything that you do in life. Nobody can do it better than you can. So you got to show out. You got to show up and show out. Niche as defined as having a specific segment of customers for your product or service. So you would literally market to those set of people. For example, I know that a lot of people are niche dispatchers, and those are just dispatchers that specify in one specific type of equipment and they've mastered it, so that is their niche now. Meaning that if their niche is dry van carriers, that is the only type of carriers that they are recruiting and dispatching for. They would not dispatch for a dump truck or a hot shot. Their niche is specifically dry van carriers. Last but not least, my favorite term is vision. So the technical definition of vision is a long-term goal for your business. But I tell everybody this is the meat and potatoes of your business. If you do not have a strong vision, it will not succeed. You have to believe in your vision more than you believe in anything. You literally have to believe in it more than you want to breathe. I was listening to a lot of inspirational quotes when I started my entrepreneurship journey, and he literally said, when you get to the point where you want to be successful more than you want to breathe, that's when it starts happening for you. And coming up with my vision was the way I came up with I want this more than I want to breathe. I work on my business so much, it's scary, but that is my vision. I know where I see my business in the next year, the next 5 years, the next 10 years. I know where I see me in the future, so my vision is what pulled me through all of those tough times, hard times. And one thing about tough times, they do not last long, but you got to learn from them. So don't forget to always stick to your vision. I hope this video helped y'all out with a couple of those entrepreneur terms that I was seeing people get confused about. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and come back to the channel. I missed y'all.